I love it when Donald Trump tries to reverse course on something he said or a certain policy he backs. Because when he does, we all have to remind him that's too little, too late to change his mind by a certain situation where lives were lost. In an interview with NBC Nightly News and their top anchor, Tom Lamas, he was asked about the murders of Renee Good and Alex Peretti, saying that they were not angels, but said that their actions did not justify the shooting deaths at the hands of ICE. Quoting him, and you'll forgive me, I'm trying to sound like Trump. I'm not happy with these two incidents. He was not an angel. She was not an angel. Still, I'm not happy with what happened there. No one can be, and ICE wasn't happy either, unquote. I think ICE is very, very happy with what happened there, considering the fact that nobody has been held criminally liable for the deaths of either Peretti or Good. That the Homeland Security Secretary can lie about it with impunity. No, I think they are very, very happy about it. But let's go back to what Trump has said. Because with Trump, there's always a but. But I'm always going to be with our great people in law enforcement. We have to back them. If we don't back them, we don't have a country left. You see, Trump, I do back on my law enforcement. I've said that over and over again in a lot of these videos I've made, that I will always support good police. But when they cross the line, as so many of your followers have, as ICE agents have, as police officers in this country, a lot of them, your supporters, have, then that respect goes out the window. It's time to lock them up. You have no respect for law enforcement, Trump. You never have. You never will. And quite honestly, you see the law enforcement, and whether it's federal or state law enforcement or city law enforcement, you only see them as your personal goon squad. Not the men and women who risk their lives to protect the citizens of their community, of their towns, of their cities. Fact of the matter is, Trump, you never had any respect for law enforcement. But back to what you said. When Tom Lamas asked whether what happened to Good and Peretti was justified, Trump said, no, it shouldn't happen. It was a very sad incident, 2 incidents. Yes, it was. And you made it 10 times worse when you went on Truth Social and lied about the circumstances surrounding their deaths, amplifying the lies that the Homeland Security Secretary, Christine Nome, whom you probably have a sexual relationship with, perish the thought, because that's pornography in my mind, that you amplified over and over again, lying about the two of them, saying they were terrorists when they weren't. Trump went on to say that strong people working within ICE felt the worst about their deaths. They're strong, tough people. They have to be tough because we're dealing with hardened criminals. You're doing it again, Trump. Screaming about hardened criminals. They weren't criminals. Good and Peretti and God knows how many other people have been killed by ICE. The hardened criminals you speak of were the federal agents that you have given a blanket immunity to But that is all going to end sooner or later. The fact of the matter is, Trump, you're not making things better with this situation. You're making them 10 times worse. Now, a lot of us in America on both sides of the aisle agree that criminals need to be deported. The hardened criminals, the rapists and drug dealers that you labeled every single immigrant, whether illegal or legal, need to be deported. But a lot of the immigrants in this country are here, risk their lives coming here because they want a better life for their families. And who are we to shut them off? Who are you to shut them off? You're making the situation 10 times worse, Trump. And quite honestly, this is just another example of them. The 2 American citizens I mentioned and the host of others have lost their lives, lost their freedom because of you. And now you're trying to reverse course. Too little, too late. We know that you're a racist, Trump. We know that you hate people who have to be of color or don't speak proper English or whatever your rationalization is for it. But that is all coming to an end, Trump. Sooner or later, one way or another, you will be called to account for the lives that you let ICE take. And you will be called to account when all ends. And no matter how many times you want to apologize or try to find a way out of this, you can't. It's over, Trump. It will end for you very soon. You are going to leave office. Whether it's a few months from now or a few years from now, sooner or later, the last days of your life will be a broken, destroyed man. Just locking you up will be the cherry on top. And that time is coming. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.